1872. When Clark came home to Kentucky, he started building a racetrack to facilitate these races. To fund the construction of the track, Clark raised $32,000 by selling 320 membership subscriptions to the track at $100 each. The track he built would become known as Churchill Downs by 1883. Before that, it was still known as the Louisville Jockey Club. The Derby debuted in 1875. Its model was the Epsom Derby, a half-mile grass race that has been run in England since 1780. And so who are the jockeys? American horse racing has been around since colonial times, and the business was almost exclusively dominated by African Americans.
Right.
And once the Civil War ended in 1865, the jockeys, who were now free men, were finally able to turn their skills into careers. In May 1875, when the inaugural Kentucky Derby was held at Churchill Downs, 14 of the 15 jockeys in the race were African American. African American jockeys won 15 of the first 28 derbies run from 1875 to 1902. With the introduction of the Jim Crow laws at the turn of the century, there was a sharp decline of African Americans in the racing scene because of the unbearable living situations in the South. Momentum also picking up with the Derby itself. It was realized that horse racing could be a very lucrative endeavor. Rich whites subsequently nudged Africans out of the scene. The last African American jockey to ride in the Derby for 79 years was Henry King in 1921. It was not until year 2000 that another African American jockey would ride in the Derby. Marlon St. Julian and his steed Curlew would take 7th place. One notable jockey is Isaac Burns Murphy. He is considered to be one of the greatest riders in American history. He won the Derby 3 times in 1884, 1890, 1891. Also known for winning 44% of all of his races. And what the race has become, to say that the Derby is the Super Bowl of horse racing is an understatement. The record attendance of the Super Bowl was nearly 104,000 attendees, while last year the Derby hit a record of just over 165,000 people. Wow. And the Derby also trumps the Super Bowl in wagering records as well. 187 million compared to NFL's 119 million. And the tickets for the Derby can range anywhere from $48 and $9,300. This year they're attempting to get in the Guinness Book of World Records for largest champagne toast ever. And why the horses have such unique names? Rick Bailey, the registrar of the Jockey Club, picks and chooses about 37,000 thoroughbred names each year from Canada, US, and Puerto Rico. The names are limited to exactly 18 characters, and once a horse has went through the race, the name will be retired forever. At any one given time, the Jockey Club will have about 450,000 active names. This is why the names are so abstract and colorful. And then the prestige of a win. Northern Dancer, a thoroughbred who won 14 of 18 starts, 10 of those stakes victories, captured 2 rings of the Triple Crown in 1964. Set a track record at the Derby, was only overshadowed by his role as sire. 635 foals, 467 winners. Northern Dancer also set an unprecedented stud fee record, reaching $1 million. 174 Northern Dancer's offspring fetched a total of $160 million in
Much more.
Keeling Select yearling sales over 22 years. And Northern Dancer, his sons and grandsons have sired more than 1,000 stakes winners. One of Northern Dancer's grandsons fetched $13.1 million in 1985. If you're interested in betting or live races, but you do not want to travel, Horseman's Park at 63rd and Q hosts live simulcast racing. And then some things to know before you bet. At Churchill Downs, no winner has emerged from post 17 or 19. And post 1 is often called the dreaded rail, is tied for post 5 with 12 victories.
1 in 5.
What's that?
1 in 5. Those are the 2 posts that have won
Yeah.
the most. 5 victories.
Yep. Yeah, 1 in 5. And there's a lot of statistical information you can look into before you're making a bet. But much of it does come up to chance. This is why so many people bet on the names they like, or always bet on a gray horse, or just sticking with the posts. Going to the Kentucky Oaks as a child, I had a great time, but I'm eager to go back with this year with new respect for the sport. When I was younger, I didn't comprehend the importance of my grandfather's racehorses, but since his death, my mom and my aunt have told me a lot about him and the horses. His horses never made it to the Derby, but I've been told how much time and money was put into each horse, jockey and trainer. Now I can respect everyone on the track, just knowing that everyone is truly trying their hardest and doing it for the love of the sport.
Pretty good.
Well, you really did research on that, didn't you?
I did. It was a couple days
Who'd
of
you
research.